today at Lyme Park. I'm going on a puppy walk. Puppy walk.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Lyme Park, which is a National Trust property on the edge of the Peak District. It was once home to the Lee family and spans 1,400 acres. Hey, so this is the map of Lyme Park. So we parked here in this car park, and there is refreshments in that car park and some toilets. And then we walked up to the main house using this route, which was quite steep, in through the door, across the courtyard, and came out here near the lake. We walked around the lake, up towards Hampers Wood, across to Kennelwood, and over to the cage, where we walked back down the path and back into the house. We then did some of the gardens and the orangery before heading to the cafe, which is back down to the car park, and it's in this timber yard building here. In 1398, King Richard II gifted the land at Lyme to Piers Lee, part of the Lee family. But it wasn't until the 1400s when a small house was actually built on the site. It served as a second residence to them at that time. So this is us walking up towards Hampers Wood, moving across to Kennelwood, and then heading up towards the cage. The trail from the Reflection Lake up to the cage is approximately 2.5 miles circular route. The cage is a 16th century Grade 2 listed hunting tower. It's perched on the hilltop of Lyme Park, and it's one of the first things you see when you enter through the car park gates. So it was originally a woman's viewing lodge and banqueting hall. Not sure what the women were viewing. But it later became a gamekeeper's cottage and a holding place for prisoners that had been poachers. There weren't really any facilities at the top, but there were a couple of benches if you needed to sit down and take a little bit of a break. walked through the gardens, the walled gardens. There's two. There's the Italian garden on your right hand side, and then this garden is just outside the orangery, which is there and is beautiful. We then headed down to get some refreshments. Now, we were told that there was a lot of shade down at the timber yard, so we thought that was the best place for the dogs. So we headed down there. Unfortunately, that was full sun when we got down there, and there wasn't much choice. It was very, very busy. We ended up getting a drink and a snack from the shop down at the timber yard instead of the cafe itself, and then we headed back quite quickly to go and get the dogs into some shade and cool air conditioning. Thank you for joining us today, and please join us next week where we have another cruise vlog. If you're due to go on a world cruise or a grand voyage, then this is definitely one to watch.